Welcome to The Simpsons Blink and Miss, a subreddit that I've created to share and discuss anything from hidden jokes, animation errors, obscure references, theories, and everything else in between. This is specifically for the die-hard fans that have seen every episode and are trying to squeeze just a little more out of the series. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff to discuss. If you want to join the community, you can find it at Simpsons Blink and Miss on Reddit, but be sure to capitalize the beginning of each word when searching for it, or just go to the link in the description of this video. Let's get started. On his way to the Leftorium, Flanders passes a shoe store that is having a half-off sale on Assassins, a little nod to the Season 2 episode, Bart's Dog Gets an F. There is also a reference when Homer gets a call from Magic Johnson in Homer Defined.
Magic Johnson!
Dr. Hibbert looking a little pale in the Leftorium. Here's Lionel Hutz with blonde hair and Skinner with Mr. Burns' nose in the Leftorium. Inside the Leftorium, it shows Richie Sakai, the anesthesiologist,
I'm an anesthesiologist,
and Master Sushi Chef shopping, yet they are both clearly right-handed. Perhaps they were just shopping for a friend. In Season 3, Episode 1, Mr. Lisa Goes to Washington, the Simpsons mail says they live at 94 Evergreen Terrace, instead of the regular 742 Evergreen Terrace, which is their current residence. In the very opening scenes of Season 3, Episode 2, when Flanders failed, there is a clear line visible of the animation cell layover. This whole episode was done very sloppy. There are tons of marks that you can see within the animation throughout the whole episode. Surprising to see this Season 1 quality all the way in Season 3. A big question that many of the Simpsons fans have discussed over the years is, how can Homer actually afford his house?
Good heavens! This is a palace!
Well, in Season 3, Episode 2, when Flanders fail, we might have the answer when Flanders says,
Homer, affordable tract housing made us neighbors, but you made us friends.
Track houses are a lot cheaper and usually built with cheaper materials, so they have a reputation for needing repairs. This could be the explanation for the foundation repair needed in Season 4, Episode 7, when Marge gets a job, as well as explain how exactly Homer could afford his house.
Hand me my patching trowel, boy.
Animation error. In Season 3, Episode 7, Lisa's Pony, Homer has a calculator watch on at the bar when he's talking to the music store owner. When he checks his shoe, it's now off. Now, at King Tut's music, it's back on. When he finally gets to the recital to give Lisa her saxophone read, it's off again. In Saturdays of Thunder, Season 3, Episode 8, Nelson has a sticker that has a 55 with a slash through it. This is a reference to the Sammy Hagar's hit I Can't Drive 55, released in 1984. At Flaming Moe's during the Hugh Jass prank call, you can see Otto kissing some random woman. Could this possibly be his old lady that shacked up with his brother and now he's sleeping on their couch?
You know, once my old lady ran off and married my brother, well, it hurt, but here it is a month later, and I'm sleeping on their couch!
It's these easy to miss tiny details that makes the show timeless. In the episode Homer Defined, after he accidentally saves a nuclear power plant from a core meltdown, he is awarded a ham and a plaque. When he gets home, there is a very short scene where you can clearly see that it is a Krusty brand ham, adding to the further ridiculousness of Krusty's relentless self-branding. In the same episode after he saves the nuclear power plant, there is a scene with a man leaving a closet with a woman in it, and they say,
Will I ever see you again?
Sure, baby. Next meltdown.
But if you look in the background, you can see that they store their spoons right next to the plutonium rods. Animation error. At the beginning of Saturdays of Thunder, there is a very short scene where Homer's shoes are green instead of the normal gray. Perhaps they are his inside shoes. In this McBain clip where his partner dies, you can see the reader board in the background, and they spelt burrito wrong.
Mendoza!
Here are some fast motion clips from the intro, slowed down to 1%. We can see that Apu has a small dog that seems to only appear in the intro/parody intros of the show. The interesting thing, however, is in the Game Boy title Bart vs. the Juggernauts, Apu's level just so happens to be about dogs. Wait for him to run. Or jump. This is pretty wide knowledge, but I figured I would include it anyways. In the beginning intro, when Maggie is scanned, the reader says $847.63. Matt Groening confirmed the joke behind this is based on the monthly cost of raising a child in America in 1989. There are tons of hidden gems within the Monkey Paw episode of Treehouse of Horrors 2 in Season 3, Episode 6. Here is all the stuff that Homer was trying to smuggle out of Morocco. A spoof on the scene from Midnight Express. We can see Krusty with a mystery woman inside the Gilded Truffle. Perhaps an old girlfriend? A few frames later, we can see the blue-haired lawyer with another mystery woman. I believe that this is the only evidence that the blue-haired lawyer has a girlfriend or a wife, but this also could be a client. It's noteworthy that he does have his hand around her shoulder, which could be a sign that he is close to that person and is not a client. Right before Mayor Quimby gets whacked in the head by the aliens, you can see a character in the background that is unlike any character ever portrayed on The Simpsons. I believe that this is the only known appearance of this girl. It must have been an inside joke with one of the artists, perhaps an ex-girlfriend. In the United Nations scene, if you look up at the top right, you will see a pretty strange character. This is straight up Agnes Skinner in Miss Krabappel's clothes with a mustache. I love this show. Animation Error. In Season 3, Episode 7, Lisa's Pony, when Bart and Lisa are watching Johnny Carson after the host tells a bad joke, Bart replies,
"It's still fun to be up late."
But through the window, the sun is still out. In the very next scene, it is now dark outside, even though it takes place only seconds afterwards. In the same episode, after Homer gets a phone call, he puts up his shoes at work and we can clearly see that he's wearing Converse All-Stars, further cementing that Homeboy has style. Also, you can see the flag on Mount Bellyache appear, disappear, and then reappear again. It's noteworthy that The Simpsons owns a Betamax player, which was considered a better technology than VHS/VCR and are more expensive. It had better sound and picture quality, plus the tapes were smaller. When it comes to TV, only the best for Homeboy. In the episode Bart the Lover, when Miss Krabappel gets home, she opens up a magazine to a page that says Springfield on $1 a day. But if you look closely at it, you can clearly see the word LL Cool J. One of the artists must have been a fan. Here's something to think about. Does Homer also voice Santa's Little Helper at certain times during the series? After Homer buys Flanders' living room set for $80, you can see Bart wearing a t-shirt that says Maude loves Ned. But as soon as Lisa steps outside, Bart is now in his iconic orange shirt. Are we to suspect that this is some sort of magical shirt that changes colors? In Saturdays of Thunder, you can see a sign that says Dr. Hibbert does not work on Saturday. This first picture is on a non-race day, and he's wearing his normal doctor's outfit. The second picture is on a race day, Saturday. I'm assuming that the race days were on Saturday since the title is called Saturdays of Thunder. On this race day, he is wearing a sweater, meaning he more than likely got called in. It's the little details. It looks like there's a Smurf in the audience on the Krusty the Clown show in Season 3, Episode 5, Like Father Like Clown. It looks like the artist snuck in a smiley face on the remote control in the Monkey Paw episode. Here's what it normally looks like. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out the subreddit.
All right, here's the 411, folks. Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. You just give him one of these.
Yeah, I got a new one where I rap. Come bust a move where the games are played. Bust a move. Yeah, I got a new one. Come bust a move where the games are played. It's chill, it's fresh, it's Noah's Arcade.